See if this looks familiar to you. You and your partner are up at the non-volley zone. You're in control. All of a sudden, the ball gets hit in the middle, a little bit of hesitation, and oh no, who's going to hit it? And you end up missing it into the net, trickled out of bounds there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to cover this middle way better than you currently are. And in fact, we're going to see how the pros do it. We have some of the best players on the planet playing behind us here. We're going to break that down for you. Welcome to the Into Pickle channel. If you haven't been on this before, my name is Tony Roy. I will be your instructor during this video. This video is made possible by betterpickleball.com. Thank you, betterpickleball.com, for being a resource for everybody in pickleball, including this channel. All right, let's rewind the rally here. We're going to go to the beginning of it. And this is a semifinal match between Frazier and J.W. Johnson against Jason Bock and Spencer Lanier. Really good match here, semifinals match. We're going to see a drive here on the third by J.W. And then we'll see Dylan start with a third right in the middle here. And look how many balls are hitting the middle here. This is a really good place to hit balls in the middle here. I'm going to rewind it one more time to show the error. But hitting those balls in the middle is really really powerful. It's an area of the court that most players stay away from, right? A lot of players like going to the outsides. That middle is really helpful because that middle bottles up the angles, in addition to creating the error that we're going to show you in a second here. Listen, when you're watching match play, don't sleep on the APP. This is an APP tournament event. APP has some really good pickleball, so don't sleep on the APP when you're watching really good pickleball. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back and let's look again at how JW and Dylan work their way up. Remember, JW and Dylan are on the far side of the court, all the way on the other side. They're up by the chase sign. Let's see how they work up. They're working in the middle here. Then you're going to see another ball dinked up into the middle here by Dylan. Same one here, right into the middle again. And here's where the error occurs, okay? So we're going to back it up to the dinking here. What I want you to notice is let's focus first on Dylan and JW side. Again, they're on the far side there. What I want you to notice is there's no hesitation there. No hesitation. They're both moving towards the ball, and Dylan's going to take the dinks. Let's look at it one more time. I want you to look at both JW and Dylan are both moving to the ball, but Dylan's going to get it. There's clarity, right? And then Dylan's going to get it. Clarity both times. Now let's compare that to the shots on our side. First, we have Jason in this ball here. It's pretty easy one there, right? Because it was on his side. This one Spencer takes is in the middle. This is the one that causes trouble. So what you see here is, back it up a second here, what you're going to see here in this last dink is there's a lack of clarity for Spencer and Jason. What happens here is that ball's going into the middle of them, right? There's a momentary hesitation. Instead of both going to the ball, neither of them goes to the ball. There's a hesitation. By the time Jason figures out, uh-oh, that's my ball, then he comes over and makes a mistake. And I'm going to tell you, this is a super common area where a lot of mistakes are made is in that middle when players are out there. The hesitation that happens in the middle, that's why I mentioned that those middle shots are so powerful, because it shuts down angles and it creates the potential for confusion and hesitation. And just that momentary hesitation is what causes the mistake. It's that momentary like, uh-oh, yours, whose ball is it? And then you end up with an error. The way to deal with that, right? The way to deal with that, run it one more time. The way to deal with that is to play the way that JW and Dylan are playing. The way that they're playing is, and that's why they're one of the top two teams by far in the country in terms of men's doubles. There's really not a lack of clarity here. They know who's going to get the balls. They're both looking for those middle balls. So here you see them both look, but then JW says, I see Dylan move and everything's fine. Same thing here. JW moves, but Dylan goes to take the ball. Meanwhile, Jason and Spencer, who I don't know these two young players, but my guess is they haven't played as often as Dylan and JW. There's a lack of clarity on their side, resulting in an error on what is essentially a simple dink, especially at their level of play. What causes the error is that momentary hesitation between the two partners. If you enjoyed this little breakdown here and you want to join me for more, we have a series of live game studies that I'm leading. We're going over entire matches, showing you the good and the could be better. And the cool thing is you get to ask questions. I'll put a link, let's see, it's going to be somewhere up in here to the upcoming class. And I'll put a link down in the description as well. I'll also put a video up in here so you can continue your learning. I hope to see you inside our live game study, or if not, in our next video. Be well.